Welcome to Business Incubator, where we interview some of the top industry experts to give you the relevant strategies to grow your business and life. I'm Kat Halushka, and today we have Justin James, and we're going to talk about using using YouTube to establish your authority, grow your audience, and increase your influence. This is a hot topic, guys. YouTube has been one of the most influential platforms in the world in the last year, at least, that I've noticed. So I'm super excited to share the strategies that you can use to grow your business, even if you don't have a YouTube account yet. Justin James is the founder of Let Your Nerd Be Heard, where he is hired by speakers, coaches, and authors to amplify their voice, message, and authority using video and podcast. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Kat.
So, Justin, let's just dive in and talk about this. YouTube, I'm sure people use it, but it's not on top of their mind to use as a strategy to grow their business. So for those of us who used YouTube, but not to grow a business, where do we even start?
So the biggest thing to realize is that consumers want to see your videos. They want to find you. I actually found a recent study that said 72% of all consumers want to see more videos by the brands and services they use. And 54% of consumers look for those videos before they decide whether they want to buy. So it's important to get out there on YouTube, and starting YouTube isn't as difficult as you probably think it is. You have all the equipment already to do it. Almost everybody has a smartphone these days. You literally can pull the phone out, put it in selfie mode, prop it up on something, because none of us have steady hands and we don't want a shaky video. So prop it up on some books or bookshelf somewhere high enough up so that it gets a good view of you. And then start talking about your actual topics. You have lots of knowledge, but you could spend 5 minutes, brainstorm a couple things that clients always ask you, things that people always talk about you and how you've helped them. Those make great YouTube videos. And that's how easy it is to truly get started creating the video.
Yeah, and I actually love the brand that you're using, the company that you created, Justin, the Let Your Nerd Be Heard, because I think nerds are probably the most introverted, shy people that I've ever met. So how is it that nerds all of a sudden show up on video? Like, how do you gain that confidence?
The funniest part about nerds is that isn't we don't want to talk. We normally aren't the ones that want to start the conversation. But if you get us into the conversation, you might never get us to actually stop the conversation. So getting on video is just like those conversations. We just have to actually pretend like our audience has already asked us the question. The people that we're interfacing with, they've already asked it. And now we're just answering it like we normally would in a conversation. And the other thing that everybody in the world pretty much does is they look at the polished videos of the ones that they're following, and then they go, I can't do those videos. Well, they're pretty far in their timeline. You're at the beginning of that timeline. If you went back and found their original videos, I guarantee you they don't look anything like they do now. Some of them had horrible camera angles where you were staring down at them or looking up the nose. They had backgrounds that you're like, what the heck's in the background? But they kept doing it. They kept providing value, and their audience kept coming to them. And over time, as they build that influence, they get more business in. They start upgrading equipment. They start getting other people to come help them film, and their videos get better and better and better. But they all had to start somewhere, and done is way better than perfect.
I agree with you, but I can't help to play a devil's advocate here, because I know I've been there, and when I started shooting my videos, I thought it would be so unprofessional to post them if I don't have a professional lighting and professional sound and everything is perfect.
And most people feel that same way, but your audience doesn't care as long as you're providing value. The key thing that the audience will care about other than value is your audio quality, though. If you have an okay looking video, but amazing audio, even good audio, and amazing value, they'll watch that video all day long. And with our smartphones we have these days, you get good camera, you get really good audio right out of the box without even buying a microphone. And then it's just up to you to provide that value. And you're already doing it with your clients today. And so even though we think we need all of that stuff, that's the stuff that actually stops us. Kind of like when I originally started doing videos, everyone was in green screens. Everyone I knew was buying green screens and playing with them, and like, you have to get a green screen before you can do videos. So of course I bought a green screen. I was like, everyone else is doing it. How hard can it be? I spent a year tinkering with the green screen, trying to get it lighted right. And I didn't create a single video. I got rid of the green screen. Instantly, I started creating videos, started doing live streams because I didn't really need the green screen. It was just a thought that, oh, everyone's doing it. I got to have that. Reality was I wasted a year thinking that instead of actually providing value and getting better and doing it over and over and refining it. That's really the key, is just to start doing it. And don't worry about that equipment. You can always upgrade it later. Someone's always got better equipment. There's people out there that have spent tens of thousands of dollars on their equipment and have everything under the sun. They're still doing the same videos that you're going to be doing. So start small. Start with that smartphone that's in your pocket. And as you get more traction, then you can look at upgrading stuff. You can look at buying lights. You can look at buying a better camera, a better microphone. All that stuff comes with time. But if you don't have any videos out there and no one's following you, there's no need to buy any of that extra equipment. So you want to get out there, get people following you, build that influence, build that authority.
So let's talk a little bit about more technical stuff. So say I took my phone out and I shot a video. I braved my fear and I shot my first video. I know it's good value. I want to get it on YouTube. What are some of the things that I should keep in mind?
So first and foremost, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you obviously have to create a YouTube channel first.
Yes.
There's a few things that every channel needs to have in it. You have a banner that's at the top of the channel. Kind of gives you an introduction to your audience of what is the brand. You have your little channel icon. That's the circle icon when you go look at people's YouTube channels. Typically, it's like a headshot, or if it's a brand, it's like the logo for the brand. Then you want to fill out your about page. There's an about tab. When you customize your channel, you have this about tab where you can put in about 950 characters. Let people know what is it that your channel's about. So when they find you, they can figure out, what can I expect from this channel other than the one video I found? And after that, it's just a matter of upload your video to YouTube. If you don't have any editing software, you can use the built-in editor that's in YouTube. It's an okay editor to get you started. You can trim off stuff. You can adjust the sound a little bit. The other piece that I always recommend you get as well is go find a little intro outro clip, like a 10-second clip that you would use for your brand over and over. Lots of places do intro outros. We do intro outros for people as well. Well, for that, because that gives people that consistent look. You throw those on the beginning, throw a little one on the end of it, upload your video, fill out a title, fill out a description, and your video's up live, and then you can start promoting it just like you would promote all of your other services. Throw it on the social media platforms, send out emails to your actual list and know, hey, I started a YouTube channel and I have some videos up there. And then you do that every single time a video comes out there so that people know that you're releasing content and you're doing it consistently. And over time, that grows your channel and gets YouTube to actually start recommending your videos. The more views you get, the more YouTube starts recommending your video to other people and takes care of some of that marketing for you.
That's awesome. And so when it comes to choosing titles for your videos, because I know those are quite important.
Very.
You're posting them. What are we doing there? How do we choose a great title that actually people will find?
One of the key add-ons that I use for YouTube is called TubeBuddy. And TubeBuddy actually lets you go and do keyword searches. So you can put in what you're thinking about putting for the title. It will do the analysis to tell you on a scale of 0 to 100, how well might that title actually rank? How many search results did it bring back? How often are those character or those words used? And so you can start playing with that title to polish it up so you can, the higher the number, the better it's going to rank. And so that you can actually start tinkering with, what am I actually putting in the title? Obviously not turning it into a clickbait title. You don't want to do a clickbait title, but it's refining the words. Sometimes you'll say, how to start a YouTube channel. Well, if that was my title, and I start playing with that. I actually played with that recently, and that title came out at like 20 out of 100. Then you start adding in, well, how to do it in 2020. And then you start adding a few other keywords, and pretty soon it starts ranking higher and higher. And TubeBuddy helps you figure that out. It also gives you related videos to your title. So it'll go do the search for you, pull back all the things it found that were related, and you can start to see what did other people actually post that might be in that same type of video category. And you can see what are their titles, what were their descriptions, and start playing with those keywords as well. So TubeBuddy is just a fantastic little Chrome add-in for your YouTube channel. It's fairly inexpensive actually for it. And it's one of the best tools to do all those keyword searches.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I mean, by now my audience must be wondering, how do you increase your business using YouTube?
You got to get out there and build that authority and influence. When people find you, they're going to go and search and figure out, who are you? What do you actually do? They want to see some of your content. YouTube's a great platform in order for people to actually find that content. Once they see what you can actually provide, and it's not providing all of your high-end stuff. That's not what you're going to put on YouTube. You're going to put all the stuff that, if we scheduled a 30-minute strategy session, those kinds of things that you're going to talk to me about, those are great to put on YouTube, and it leaves people wanting more. So in your videos, you want to make calls to actions. Tell them either an opt-in if you're trying to build your email list up. Once you get them on your email list, then your normal nurturing sequences take over. If you want them to schedule a call, make a call out that you'd love to get on the phone with them and tell them the description, or the link will be down in the description. By making those calls to action, people will start taking that action if they want more, because they want to work with you. It's all about the value and the results you can provide that drive people to want to click on those links and want to actually work with you. And that's how you build your business without having a huge YouTube following. You don't need thousands and thousands of people to make a noticeable business increase by using YouTube. Even with less than 100 people, if you're providing great value, people are going to go, I want to get more of this. I want to have what you have. Like in your case, Kat, I know you do a lot of stuff with entrepreneurs and public speakers. And if that's what people's goals are, and you're providing just a little bits of tips and making them a better public speaker, they're going to go, I want to know what Kat can provide in the bigger scale. I want to get her full packages. I want to get in her courses. So they're going to come talk to you to see, how can you actually help them for their specific problems? But you have to make those calls to action. Don't just put out a YouTube video that's just all educational content with no calls to action. Like, you're just giving away at that point without getting anything back. And that's the easiest way to build that stuff up, along with obviously doing the TubeBuddy keyword searches. That way you rank in your SEO, and then just put out your video everywhere you can. Advertise it everywhere. That's the key. If you don't advertise it, no one's going to just magically come across your channel.
Yes.
You got to do some advertisements. Throw them in Facebook groups that you're actually part of. A lot of Facebook groups already have days where you get to promote yourself. Throw your YouTube channel in there. Throw a specific video that you did on your YouTube channel in there. Ask people to subscribe. Just don't share the channel. Truly ask them to subscribe. Give them that call when you're sharing it on social media. Like, hey, I just released a new video on how to be a great public speaker. Here, I'd love for you to take a look at it and subscribe to my channel. People shockingly will subscribe to your channel. Like, we all think, I'm just new, I don't want to do it. But if you just ask, people will go subscribe, and reach out to people you know as well to get your subscriber count up. Because you want to get to at least 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers and 30 days of your channel being there, along with all of that artwork that I talked about earlier. You can get your custom URL too. So no longer is it youtube.com/some god awful URL that you can never say to people. Like, you could actually get youtube.com/c/let your nerd be heard. But you need those 100 subscribers. So just go and advertise on it and make those calls to actions. And people will show up. It takes time. Consistency in your publishing.
Yes. And Justin, you mentioned that you have an incredible resource for my audience.
I do. And actually, I just built this one this week just for your audience.
That's
I knew
awesome.
I was coming on. I was like, people keep asking me right now, what do I need to do to actually publish on YouTube? What are the steps that I need to take? And so I put together a whole checklist that reminds you of all the things that you actually need to do, and gives you helpful hints of what might go in there. Like, what might go in your description? What do you need to do in your thumbnails? What are good fonts to have for the thumbnails? All that stuff's in this amazing checklist that I've put together for your audience. You can find the link for that down in the description. And I'll also leave a comment once you publish this video too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Justin, for coming on and sharing your genius and your nerd. I personally have had quite a journey with YouTube. We just started, but we're going strong, and I'm really excited to be sharing this super valuable training with everybody. Stay safe.